for a win. It's the Packers coming in at 6-5. Going up against the Buccaneers, who come in at 5-6.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
They run with Murray. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
7 yards to go on second down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they run with Sims. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. First carry here for Ty Montgomery. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now Hundley. And his throw here is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing, Hundley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And an alley to run. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that,
the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Murray. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Off the play fake, Winston. Now he's flushed out left. And now running right through him. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Murray, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. This is caught by Jackson. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Throw it long, it can be a big play. You throw it short, it can be a big play for Deshaun Jackson. Yards after catch, always a big part of his game.
Talking about speed, only Tyreek Hill was measured with a faster play last year than Deshaun Jackson, who hit 22.6 miles per hour on a touchdown versus the Cardinals in Week 13. On first down, Murray. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this This is intercepted. My goodness. Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Martin. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The tight end in motion right. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Justin Evans, the rookie from Texas A&M. The 40. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And that'll carry over the back. To the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Lambeau following these words. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards to gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action with Boykin. And he's got Bennett. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They go play action now. Boykin. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now it's Boykin. And complete on the right side to Bennett. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Boykin. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
We have hit halftime still. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Defense showing blitz. On second down, here's Boykin. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it, too.
And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And out of bounds right around the 20. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. First and goal at the 3-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They go play action. Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Perry in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And now with the play clock almost to 0, Dirk Cutter's going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie from NC State, Josh Jones. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Off the play fake, Boykin. Buying time to his left. And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Ohio.
Boykin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Winston. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Boykin on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. Boykin, flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Boykin. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Boykin. Flushed out right. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off, it's J.J. Wilcox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They go with Murray again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Broken tackle, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, Knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
The Bucs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Jameis now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Off the play fake, Winston. Wide open receiver, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 49 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll throw on first with Boykin. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Ayers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On 2nd down, it's Boykin. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Boykin to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ohio! Here we go!
Here we go. It's Boykin on fourth. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Escapes the defender, and that's complete to Adams. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Accelerating, and off he goes. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Bucs, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.